Tackle junkies, what's going on, fellas? Let you guys know right off the bat, we only got one camera rolling and I only have one memory card. I have my other cameras with me, but don't have memory cards. Like I said, normally I run a second camera to the dash, which I have a video down below how I set my boat up with cameras, and I explain this in that video, which I'll link down below. But anyways, got up this morning bright and early. The wife wanted to drink her coffee, relax, water her flowers, water her garden. I don't know what else she was doing in the house, but we got a very late start. Got here, got her set up, things tied on. Now we're ready to roll, and it's like noon. So let's see what we can do. In my last video, you guys haven't seen that, check it out. I'll link it down below. But it was on spooling a baitcaster, the most informative video that I've made so far on that subject, start to finish, all the tips in between, definitely check it out. But after I was done, we went out to the garage and I was showing you guys some of the combos that I had spooled up. And we were talking about the PC Fun gear. You guys have been asking a lot of questions about those, especially after my one of the videos that I recently did on the cranking combo. But now I'm using the PC Fun Torrent rod. And this particular rod is a 610 medium heavy mod fast action, perfect for like spinner baits, chatter baits, even like top water, just because it's got that softer action and it's a shorter rod. That way you can work it towards the water and you're not smacking the water if you were going to use it like for top water. But today I'm using it for spinner baits. Got the Advantage spinner bait on there, and we're gonna see how that does today. In bluegill, I'm sure this bass spawn is over with now, so bluegill colors are perfect for this time of year because bluegill should be spawning, and it's payback since the bluegill are screwing with the bass while they spawn. Now the bass are going for the bluegill. So again, I got bluegill color on, and hopefully it can get smashed by some big old fat faces. Anyways though, PC Fun Torrent rod here, PC Fun Phantom X reel in a 6:3:1 15-pound Seagar in VizX is what we're going to start with. Let you guys know throughout the day how I like the rod and all that. I do have another Torrent spooled up, or Torrent rod I'm using as well. I believe it's a 7-1 jig rod, and I have the Phantom X on there in a 7.6, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and look real fast. So here it is, a 7.1. Oh, it's a medium heavy fast action. It could be labeled jig rod. I'll have to look up on their site. Anyway, 7'1", medium heavy fast action rod. Again, the Torrent Phantom X reel, and that is, yeah, 7.6:1, 15-pound Seagar in VizX. And we have the Kitech 4.8 on there in Sun Gill. So again, bluegill colors, perfect for this time of year. So we're gonna play around with both these combos. Again, I'll let you guys know how I like them throughout the day. This is not a review. Like I told you guys before, I don't like to review products until I used them for some time. This is going to be kind of like a first impression type video, just to let you guys know, what I think about them. Yeah, this rod's labeled Mod Fast, and you can definitely tell that, especially when you're trying to make a little roll cast. It's nice and soft, it loads up really nice, and you can keep that bait, real parallel to the water, so makes for a nice soft entry, just because again it's nice and low to the water. Wish I could show that with my other view, but again, forgot the memory cards. It was even nice to my wife. She goes, "Don't forget the memory cards," because they were upstairs when she did my last edit on my video. You would have thought she would have just grabbed them and brought them down to me. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It is what it is. I see you, little bluegill. Yep, that rod is nice and soft. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I guarantee if Mike Watts was here, he would totally net that fish and count that. I don't know why. You always see him like stunned at this time of year. I don't know why. Maybe the bass came up and smacked him. A little payback. You know what to do. He's scared. But Watts would have totally scooped that fish up, counted it. And if I didn't catch anything, he'd say, "All right, free lunch. I caught one." Old One Eye. Mike, I don't know if you can hear her, but she called you Old One Eye. And he's gonna call you Old One Mirror. Should we tell the story on camera, babe? No. Okay, you guys have seen my garage, okay? Boat's in there. There's not a ton of room in there, but I mean, I mean, I could probably park a semi in there, you know, but my wife has a little problem with her Impala, okay? So anyways, the car was not that old. So I'm upstairs. Oh, she got that out of the tree. Okay, I'm upstairs and I hear her back out. Next thing you know, I don't know if she's calling me or the horn's honking or something, but I knew right away what had happened because, you know, she would always pull in there and out real fast like she's like some great driver, you know. And I had it, I had it in my mind that this was gonna happen. And it did. She backed out and she clipped the side of the garage with her mirror. The rubber. But it didn't take much to pop the whole thing just went, the housing off of the mirror, break the mirror. And that was a nice $1,000 bill. But hey, at least we can laugh about it, right? Right. So anyways, Mike, he says he beat me. He always talking about how he beat me fishing. And I can never figure out what's he talking about. And there was one time, it was real early spring, or probably late winter. I think it could have been even February, March. We were out fishing. No fish were being caught. Mike snagged one, a little crappie, mind you, a little crappie in the eyeball. And that's how he said he beat me that day. So she calls him one eye and he calls her one mirror. Hey guys, like I said in that other video that I did on that PC Fun Serpent cranking rod, talking about, you know, that and the reel and all that. You know, don't let the price tag fool you. I mean, this gear really is very, very nice, especially for the money. I think the rod's like, what, 60 bucks, which I'll go ahead and link them down below, either at Amazon or you can get them direct from PC Fun. But I mean, the actions are nice and crisp. I mean, they say, whatever they say they are, like this one says it's a moderate fast action, it's definitely has a slower tip to it. And I've already made a few casts with the other rod and it's definitely a faster action, just like it's labeled. So. But I'm definitely digging this combo here. It's nice and soft. Again, like I said, it's accurate. I'm just trying to use some reaction type baits to find some fish. And we can slow down with the soft plastic once we realize we got some fish in the area. All right, guys, spinnerbait bite could be non-existent. I mean, if we're, you know, full post spawn right now, they're not going to chase. And so I'm slowing down a little bit with a swim bait using the Kitech Sungill, which I showed you guys earlier. A little swim bait, that way I can work it just a little bit slower. I'm kind of creeping on the bottom and all that. But we're using the PC Fun Torrent, like I said earlier, medium heavy, fast action, 7'1". And I will say, just with the few casts I've made so far with this rod, to me it has more of a heavy power feel to it. And if I flex the tip for you, you'll see it doesn't really flex down as much as the normal medium heavies that I use, which again, that's just nothing bad or whatever. I know a lot of guys, when I was into like Dobbins rods, a lot of guys would tell me that if you normally use a medium heavy, order a heavy, just because their rods were a little underpowered, I guess they thought. But with all the rods that I used in the past, they all felt normal to me. So I'm used to a softer medium heavy, and this one to me, especially with the rating, normally the medium heavies that I use are 1/4 to 3/4. This one is 1/4 to an ounce, and I've even said in previous videos, you know, rods that max out in an ounce to me always felt like a heavy power rod. So this one is labeled medium heavy fast, but to me it has a heavy feel to it. And if I flex the tip for you a little bit here, you'll see it doesn't come down too far into the blank, okay? To me, this is more of a heavy power, fast action rod. It's definitely a fast tip on there. But again, it does not feel like a medium heavy. So you got plenty of power in this rod to toss a swim bait, flip a jig, Texas rig, something like that. You know, no doubt in my mind, this rod is built for that. I believe it's labeled jig rod. So they definitely have the label right on it. But just for me, just my preference with rods and all the rods that I'm used to, this rod does feel like a heavy to me. Now, as far as the weight ratings, like I said, 1/4 to an ounce, I'm only throwing a little 1/8 ounce jig head here. Well, not jig head, it's a little weighted belly hook, mustad. I believe that's a 5/0, 1/8 ounce weight on there. And of course the weight of the plastic. So I might be right at a 1/4 ounce maybe with the weight of the plastic and all that. But again, it has no problem at all you know, launching this bait here. Again, it's only a little 1/8 ounce belly weighted hook, but I mean, that's a dang good cast right there. I'll go ahead and link the Serpents and the Torrents down below, again, if you guys want to check them out. I think the rod's only like 60 bucks, so definitely a good deal on the rod. Could be a little bit deeper, or most likely under some docks. Chillaxin. Chillaxin, what's that from? Huh? Chillax. That's from your favorite movie, Twilight. I don't know, I've never seen those movies. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't watch Twilight. What are you talking about? I think you borrowed that from Mike Watts, didn't you? For my collection. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never even seen those movies. All I do know is, with all this rain, it kind of felt like we were in Forks, you know? Maybe I've seen it once. Maybe I've seen it once or twice. Maybe I was bored one day, I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm glad they can't hear what you're saying right now. All right, things get tough. Gotta go to my confidence. The old square bill. Gotta get on the board so I can slow down. Could be. Can't tell. Oh yeah, get the net, get the net, get the net, get the net.
I'm not a professional.
Oh, get it, get it, get it, get it. Woo!
Ooh, that's a big one.
Oh man. That's a good fish right there.
That is a nice one. Okay.
I told you, square bill. You didn't listen to me. Move out here a little bit. The wind's blowing in the cove. I don't want to spook the spot if there's more on it. It's feisty.
Yeah, he is. I don't know.
Not bad. It's probably, I want to say 3 1/4. Definitely a 3, square bill. All right, guys, get the release. Oh. All right, guys, first bass of the day, KVD 1.5, gizzard shad, size 4, short shank, triple grips. Heck yeah, dude. That's actually my first bass on this lake this year. I think last year it was May 24th. I think today's the 31st. So I missed it by a week, but still good to be on the board with a solid fish. Oh, did you guys hear that? Becca said she usually puts her lure in the tree because it's more natural when it falls for the fish, you know? I said, maybe that's why Mike Watts does it. And she goes, no, because he never catches anything. Poor Mike. Poor Mike. All right, guys, tell you what, we look out the one fish. I did have one on a spinnerbait, which came off, nothing huge. But I think we're going to motor up and change spots. But you guys know I use Deeper from time to time. And I believe they came out with what, babe? Is it a new update or?
It's a data management system.
A data management system. I'm going to go and let my wife explain that to you guys. So we're going to take a seat, go over that real fast, and then we're going to move spots. All right, guys, we have the Deeper Pro Plus here. We're going to let her toss it in the lake. That's how you turn it on. There is no on and off button. Once it hits the water, it's on. And we're going to discuss the new feature that Deeper has.
Okay, the new feature is called Lakebook, and it's kind of like a cloud management system for the Deeper. Before, you could save all of your maps and everything else that you created with your Deeper on the app. Well, now there's actually a way for you to get that online. So you can either sync the app or you can upload your maps that you make. So any bathymetric maps that you make, which for those of you that don't know what that means, it's pretty much a topographic map, but under the water. So the different terrains and things like that. So if you want to go out and you want to troll while you're fishing and just kind of toss Deeper on the side of the boat, it'll collect sonar and it'll create a map of the lake while you're doing that. They have a nifty little simulation that we'll show for you on the screen now And what this is showing is pretty much you can see your boat, and then you can see the sonar that it's collected while it's gone on that. So you're probably wondering the whole point and purpose of this, and it's mainly just so that you can, if you're gonna go visit a lake again, maybe you haven't been there for a long time, you can revisit that map, revisit that sonar, and pinpoint points of interest that you may want to go back to, fish again. You can also share maps with friends. Maybe somebody else has mapped a lake that you are going to go visit. You can share that map, or they can share it with you, and then you can also print them out so you have them on hand so you can make a more targeted fishing trip.
Yeah, you have a little folder of all your maps, yeah. All the
Yep.
different lakes that you fish and everything.
So it's just a real handy tool for you to keep track of all of your maps, share different things with your friends, and also make your fishing trips,
I guess, really more productive, just because, you know, like I said, if I were to hook it up to my boat now and troll with it, when I went home, I could actually went over, you know, the areas that I fished. That way next time out, I would maybe know what I'm fishing a little bit better.
Okay guys, as you saw in the simulation, we're now just doing the same thing but real time. So you can see it's creating the map on the left as we troll along, and then it's showing us the sonar on the right. So it's a pretty cool feature. I have this in boat mode right now, which again creates that map and does the sonar all at the same time. So that's a really great feature that Deeper has added to their arsenal of already great features, such as moon phases, calendars.
That's what I wanted to throw out too. If you don't have Deeper, you can still get the app and get
Yep.
the weather and the moon phases and all that. It's free. It's a free app. So definitely check that out.
And it's a really handy app. It's got a lot of useful information, even places to eat. So if you're not catching any fish, you know where to go after.
There you go. All right, guys, we're back to tossing the spinnerbait. Not really perfect spinnerbait conditions at the moment, but I'm just really liking how soft this rod is. I really want to catch a fish on it. But I will say the action on this rod is definitely perfect for the spinnerbait. Nice and soft. I'm digging it for sure. You got one? Oh, heck yeah, dude. Keep your rod tip down. Keep tension on him.
Little guy.
Real, 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 real. Flip him in, flip him in, flip him in. First fish of the year.
Woo-hoo! That's got a little belly on it.
Yeah. Heck yeah. You're on the board. There you go. I told you. Square bill on the rock.
I'm on the board. Little guy, but fat. God, look at that belly.
Get the release.
I don't know if they're gonna see it or not.
Oh, almost did a little tail dance for you. All right. Let's see. Let's test her. See how good she is. Where's your? Let me get the bait out. Hold on.
How are you testing me? I didn't catch him in the eye.
You didn't pull a Watts, huh?
No.
All right, guys. Where's the mic at so they can hear you? Okay. Now, I've only caught probably 80% of my fish ever on this bait. I said what it is.
KVD 1.5.
Okay, she got it. What
Right
color?
there.
What color?
Sexy back.
Sexy back. She is wrong.
Shad.
Shad color. Gizzard shad. But hey,
Lizard shad.
hey, teamwork.
That's right.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Well, guys, what's it been, babe? 4 or 5 hours? 6 hours? Feels like 12, but probably, I don't know, 5 hours. We only got the 2 fish so far. I caught that one over 3. Hers, I don't know, £1.25, something like that. But had one hit the spinnerbait earlier, missed it. And that's pretty much been it. Gnats. These gnats are eating us alive, and I'm beyond aggravated with that. You got one? Flip him in. Flip him in. Oh, man. Square bill. Huh?
I'll hook myself.
That's 2. There you go.
All right, I'm gonna throw it in. A smaller
Are you not
guy.
proud of this little guy?
I am proud of the little guy.
All right, little guy. What was it on?
KVD 1.5.
KVD 1.5. You know what? I'm losing. It's 2-1. 2-2. Oh, oh, and it's in my shirt.
Oh my God.
So, did you guys see that? That would be 2-2, and I have a hook in my shirt.
Okay, but it's not 2-2 because you didn't catch the fish. You got it scale. See, that's all you caught of him. You got a scale. That doesn't count.
Mike Watts would count that.
Doesn't count. It does not count. 2-1. 2-1.
I got your 2-1. That fish was as good as caught. I seen I had him hooked on the outside. I guess I just snagged him. I don't care. Watts would count that. Nibbles, I had bluegills picking up the bile bug all day long. I did set the hook on them. I'd count that too. But I had about 43 nibbles. I even had them nibble on the spinnerbait blades. All right, I had 50 fish. Count nibbles. She's talking about how she's so good. This is why she don't fish so much, because we'll know who's the real tackle junkie. Hey, I don't catch sunfish. So what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
I beat you.
Beat me. My fish would ate both of yours. Neither one of yours was even a keeper. Neither one of those would have measured.
They're pretty.
Neither one of those would have measured. If you want to go legal,
We're going quality over quantity.
if you want to go legal, it's 1-0. It's 1-0. It just depends if we're playing by Watts rules. The Duca rules. We're gonna hit the stretch of rock here. We're gonna call it a day. Because Dairy Queen's calling me. A couple double cheeseburgers. Minus the cheese. Hey, check that out.
Are you kidding me?
Two.
No, that does not.
No, it's Watts rules.
Wrong species.
It's wrong. It doesn't matter. Watts doesn't care.
Wrong species. Watts isn't here.
I don't care. I'm reaching here, and that's a fish. Don't be a hater.
Poor bluegill. Try what you got last time. You didn't get a bass. Bluegill scale.
Get off there. Well, that's 2-2. 2-2. Gosh, she's got all these rules. You tell me that wasn't a keeper?
It's the same size as your bait.
It's about the size of a 2.5. My bait's a 1.5. Got one. You were shaking. You were shaking. All right, one more cast.
This one doesn't count because you said one more cast.
You don't know who you're talking to. Boom. Set him. Got it. Net. Net. Oh, she thought I was serious. You thought I was serious. You were crying like a little girl. All right. We're done, hun. What are you doing last cast? What are you doing?
I never said that was.
Well, then I got to make another one. Cheater. I see you watching my bait. I see you. Oh, these nets. All right. We're done. We are done. Dairy Queen is calling us, and these gnats got the best of us. Anyways, guys, I tell you what, like I always say, if I go fishing, I'm recording, it's getting uploaded. She says she won with 2 fish. I mean, I caught 2 fish too, let alone all the nibblers that I shook off. But hey, if she wants to count.
You know what? Leave it in the comments below.
Oh wait.
Who you thought won the day.
So if you didn't hear that, she says leave it in the comments below who won the day. I mean, obviously I caught the keeper bass, well over 3 pounds. So, I mean, if you want to put her and you feel sorry for her, I get it. I understand, you know. All right, guys. Appreciate you watching. The links that I talked about earlier will be down below. Thumbs up. We'll see you guys on the next one.